Speaking of the connection though, I know we like to get nerdy with science, and Erin, you talk a lot with Dr. Katie, who works with our team here. Share some of the things she shared with you from a learning science perspective.
One thing recently that we chatted about was a theory of connectivism, which I found really, really interesting. So it's a theory, a learning theory, for those of you who might not be so familiar, that was founded around 2004, I believe, if I remember correctly. And there were two of the main principles that stuck out to me as like relevant to this conversation and interesting to me as a marketer. So the first is that learning and knowledge reside in a diversity of opinions. And, I'm very active on LinkedIn. I'm also very active in some Slack communities and Facebook communities that I belong to. And the reason I love it is because first of all, you get to help others. Like Shannon said something that really resonated with me. I might not be an expert, but I might be 5 or 10 steps ahead of you, and I can look back and help you. And, not everyone is born into the same opportunity. So the more that we join these communities, we not only benefit ourselves, but we're able to help others. And that just feels good, right? That human to human connection. But in addition to that, diversity of opinions is important because it helps you be a more well-informed company, leader, professional, whatever it is. If you only take your own narrow knowledge from your coworkers or your clients or whatever it is, or your college or your fellow scientists, and that's all you know, that's good. It's definitely a good starting point. But the more you can, open your aperture to all these different experiences, and not only different experiences, but people that are going to disagree with you. And that also is something that community enables: disagreeing, healthy conflict. And that is so important to really, truly becoming an expert in your space. A friend of mine posted something on LinkedIn earlier today, which really is popping to mind right now. And she said, a lot of companies make the mistake of trying to be an expert in their solution, when what they should really be doing is becoming an expert in the problem that they solve. And I added to that conversation to say, yes, and you can't just become an expert in your problem without actually doing all that research and investigation and getting that diversity of opinions, so that you actually truly know the history and the evolution and the context. And that is one of the main principles of the theory of connectivism, which is seeing connections between fields, ideas, and concepts. And community enables that.